Acupuncture is a support for healing heartache. I'm Ben Ufana, completing another article, and although this one is very short by my standards, there's still a lot of detail that needs to be conveyed with precision, so I will be reading from the article itself. Let's dive in. When I was in my mid-20s, struggling to form intimate relationships, I felt overwhelmed, consumed by all these painful emotions, and I was flailing in my attempts to make sense of it all. I didn't yet understand attachment wounds or how the body holds trauma into other lived experiences, along with the emotions tied to them. I only knew something inside of me was hurting, and that I was caught in a destructive cycle of reenactment. During those years, I was open to almost anything that might help. Having trained with a traditional Native American doctor from the Kiowa tribe gave me certain advantages. Even though I was quite wounded at the time, it wasn't always apparent. So I took advantage of opportunities and did many exchanges with chiropractors, osteopaths, acupuncturists, and other healthcare practitioners. While I explored many therapeutic interventions over the years, the work I've done with gifted healers and the Vision Quest have done far more than anything else to help me heal my own emotional wounding. Yet, I still get deep tissue body work whenever I can, and I remain open to other modalities whenever the opportunity presents itself. Being trained by a traditional Native American doctor from the Kiowa tribe and having gone on so many Vision Quests, I work as a conduit, as indigenous healers have done for thousands of years. For many years, I've assisted people in the midst of breakup, divorce, other kinds of painful relational drama, as well as a wide range of physical health-related issues. People often reach out to me from across the United States and from other parts of the world. And I can do some work remotely, but there are limits to what can be done over the phone. Some aspects of healing need to be done in person. When I can't be physically present to help, I often encourage those who reach out to me to make use of the therapeutic modalities available where they live. And I'll take time, I'll ask people, where do you live? And I'm just thinking, like, okay, what can I recommend to this person? So I usually recommend those interventions that I feel will best serve the needs of that individual, because I genuinely care and I want to see people get to a better place by whatever means necessary. Now, as I continued to progress in my own healing, it became quite apparent to me that heartbreak isn't just emotional pain. It's also physiological, affecting the organs and systems of the body, our sleep, digestion, appetite, our energy levels, our ability to cope with the realities of daily life. When someone is in the acute stages of heartbreak, their whole system is thrown out of balance. They're reactive, depleted, and overwhelmed. Their thoughts are spiraling and their sleep is disrupted. And in that state, it becomes so much harder to digest their lived experience of loss and the flood of emotions that come with it. During these times of crises, the system needs help stabilizing. And that's where certain body-based therapeutic practices such as acupuncture can be especially helpful. When you're in the midst of a breakup or other painful loss, you tend to contract around the grief. Over time, that contraction can create a kind of stagnation in the body. Acupuncture helps relieve that stagnation and encourages the body's natural flow to return. When things begin moving again internally, it can be easier to come out of a negative spiral and work through your emotions. Acupuncture needles stimulate specific nerves that send signals to the brain, helping shift the body toward the parasympathetic or rest and digest state. In that state, your heart rate slows, your muscles soften, and your system begins to settle. This creates a physiological window of tolerance where it's easier to face what you're feeling without becoming overwhelmed. By placing needles at specific points, acupuncture helps restore balance to neurochemicals like serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins that often drop when an attachment bond is broken. For some people, this creates a temporary chemical cushion that softens the sharp edges of heartache. When you're grieving, your body is flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. If these remain elevated, they leave you exhausted and make sleep difficult. Acupuncture helps your system to clear and settle after prolonged stress, supporting your body's natural recovery process and helping you regain the baseline physical strength needed to do the emotional work of healing. Heartbreak often brings up grief, loss, and old attachment wounds. Acupuncture is not going to resolve the attachment wounds and is not a substitute for deep internal work. Healing requires metabolizing your lived experiences of loss and the emotions tied to them. Acupuncture can, however, be a meaningful support. It can help your system stabilize so you're better able to stay present with what you're feeling and do the deeper work that real healing requires.